subscription management that you need to know. So let's go to the subscription. And if you had provisioned the VM and then configured the AD Connect for synchronization, please practice, till the time you want, and then disable everything. Otherwise, it will charge you a lot. So the sponsorship passes that I've shared with you, if you're using those passes to do all of this activity, please spend them wisely. And Henry, you also, because you're using your own subscription, please decommission everything once you're done with your practice. Leaving the organization open will cause a lot of money to you. Okay, so I've got a couple of subscriptions. I'll just go to one of the subscription and show you how do we manage a subscription. So we go to the subscription. Here you see all the information. First of all, you want to cancel the subscription, you can click on cancel. Microsoft will say, okay, you really want to do it. You can cancel it. I will not do this mistake ever. Okay, then you can rename the subscription. You can change the subscription name to whatever you want to. So that option is also available. I will also not do this. You can change directory. Directory means, so subscriptions are part of Active Directory tenant, right? This subscription is part of my default directory, which is cloudexperts.com. But I also have another directory from Microsoft, which is this directory, which got created by default, right? So I can also move the subscriptions to that. So change directory means an Azure AD has multiple subscriptions. You can move subscriptions from one directory to another. All my subscriptions are part of this directory because this corresponds to my domain. Okay, so that's the option. Then comes switch offer. Right now the offer is pay as you go that I have. I can switch to another offer if I'm eligible for it. I'm saying an organization will typically have EA, enterprise agreement, or other offers from Microsoft. Since I'm an individual, I only use pay as you go, and unfortunately, I don't have any offer right now. So it says click here to see a list of supported. There is no offer available for me. Then transfer billing ownership. Let's say, I'm the administrator of a company which gets acquired by another company and they want to transfer the billing ownership to them. I can transfer the billing ownership from here. So right now, I can put the recipient email address, whosoever will be responsible for it, they will accept it, and they will continue to pay the bill from now onwards. I can in fact move this subscription to their AD tenant also. That option is also available. So move subscription to tenant, I can also do that. Feedback, you already know what it is. Then comes activity log, access control, already. Cost management is the main feature that I wanted to talk about. Azure, there was this tool which with the name Cloudin, which was there, which Microsoft acquired, and Microsoft integrated the tools capability in this, here with the name cost management. And here you get all the information. For example, I'm using Azure passes a lot. That's the reason my own subscription does not have much cost. But the last billed amount was 16 rupees, which is nothing. And here's the invoice, and it shows me the spend over time. I can get my previous invoices. So I can click on cost analysis. It will show me all the, it basically shows that how am I paying money or how am I spending on various services and resources. That's what it tells me. So it is just loading. So here's the cost analysis. It is coming up, that service name, location. I can get my cost based on the service, that how much I'm spending for virtual machines, how much I'm spending for. For example, this is my, let's say I get it for a previous month, last 12 invoices. Now it will give me some data. So this is an analysis that you even can do using Power BI. It is loading. Okay, it is not invoice. Oh, it is. Okay. Now I got the analysis. So see the analysis. If you look at the analysis, the the cost of the subscription was some 1,000 rupees, close to 1,000 rupees in the month of July. And I was primarily, and the majority of the cost came from SQL database service. So I was doing a POC for SQL database. That's where this cost got accumulated. So this is by the service. So if you're using 10 services, you will get the cost here, bifurcated cost for each service. For example, storage was just 1 paisa. Location wise, if you have your resources configured across multiple locations, you can find it here. So for example, in July, most of the resources that I configured was in East US, and the entire cost is for East US. Then you can also get the cost resource wise. So this is the resource group in which the entire cost got accumulated. Now let's say you are the billing administrator for your company and there are multiple departments. So what you can do, you can create resource group for each department, and all the services that they use in Azure will be provisioned in that resource group. At the end of the month, you can just see, okay, which department is causing what money, and you can send them the bill. So you can do the billing in chargeback using this capability. That's the analysis part. Then comes the cost alert. You can in fact create alerts here. Alerts in the sense, first you need to create a budget. You can put some budget also. So first put a budget. So you can add one budget that, okay, this is the amount that I intend to spend on my Azure Azure billing, and then Microsoft will send you alerts to the administrator that you are here. So you can create a budget like this. So scope is Azure training subscription. You're creating this budget. You can put the budget date over here. So unique name, let's say sample budget. Billing month, you can select billing month, that this budget is for the each billing month. You can select the creation date, and then the amount. You can put the amount. To your right, it basically, Azure is basically helping you. Azure is telling you that in the last 5 months, your average spend was this, like this. This was the actual spend. So you are almost spending 3 to 4,000 rupees per month. So that you can put the reasonable budget here. So let's say if I put the budget like 2,500 rupees in INR, 25 INR, then comes the alert that now that you have put a budget, when do you want Azure to alert you? So I can put the alert type is actual or forecasted. I can put at the actual, that whenever my budget, which is 2,500, whenever the actual spending is 80%, which is 2,000 rupees, please send me an alert. That's what you can create here. You can put the recipient email, whosoever you want to send that alert. You can put, I can put my email, whatever. Azure is not going to validate if this is correct or incorrect email address. Azure will just send an email to this email recipient when the budget crosses, when the budget is almost 80% exhausted. So that's how I can keep budget. I can select language preference and I can create it. So that's on the budgeting part, that you can set a budget for your Azure spending. You can create alert, and you will get notified accordingly. Then comes advisor recommendations. Advisor, as the name suggests, basically advises you how you can save cost. Advisor tells you that, okay, you have these many virtual machines, they are over configured and under provisioned, so please resize them. So advisor gives those recommendations. All right. Then comes invoices. It will show you all the previous invoices for the last couple of months. So these are the invoices that you can see that I was paying more money in the month of June and July. That is how the billing happens. Any services that you are purchasing from marketplace, that the billing for that service comes here. Payment methods, your payment information will be shown here. Whatever you have added, your debit card, credit card, whatever method you have added, you will be shown here. For example, this is my payment method. That's it. That's more about management. Azure subscription management. So subscription management is about making sure to allocate certain budget configure alerting when that budget reaches a certain percentage, and then charge and doing a billing and chargeback to various departments which are consuming services from Microsoft Azure. That's what billing administrator does. So that is all that I wanted to discuss. Any question that you have, guys?
That's pretty straightforward.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I say it was not that the UI was not that great. It only became very effective when they acquired Cloudin and when they integrated the capability here. Otherwise, I still remember I will not get this analysis. This analysis capability was not there. So what will happen? You basically, when you receive the invoice, in the invoice it will give you detailed information that how much money you're spending on which service, but you don't get this kind of data dashboard. And it was really difficult to charge back different departments. But after this capability was added, I have seen organizations stop using Power BI, and they just get the information from here. They just export all of this information from here, because you can get all the information from this analysis window. So now it has been great. All right.